Put a finger down if you got invited to a club for a friend's birthday, but when you showed up, it was just 10 guys who had been doing mushrooms for the last 3.5 hours. So you decided to invite a girl that you'd recently met to come out to the club with you. And she was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. I'm on my way. But an hour and a half goes by and she's still not there. When she finally shows up, like 30 minutes before the bar is going to close, she shows up with another one of her girlfriends. And she's like, we're going to go to the bar and get a couple shots and we'll meet you outside where the live music was. So you go outside and you're waiting, and about 20 minutes goes by and she's still not out there. And then the bouncer starts clearing everyone out of the bar. So you finally make it out to the parking lot and you kind of rendezvous with everyone. And you realize this girl you've invited has gone from sober to absolutely off her ass drunk. Like a level of inebriated that she could not have possibly achieved in 30 minutes.
Many women struggling with substance abuse issues did not even think they had ones.
She can't even bring her eyeline above like here. And you realize she got arched. Her friend confirms that they only did 2 shots with a group of guys they met at the bar. And then her friend just leaves. So you and your soberest guy friend lean her up against the chain link fence outside of the club and have a little rendezvous about how to get this relative stranger home safely. As you're having this little powwow, you notice a group of guys approach her, and one of them starts to immediately get handsy with her. So you walk up and you're like, hey, this is my friend. He's clearly incapacitated right now, so I'm gonna need you to back off, and he immediately gets aggressive. So you back off to let your male friend handle it, which only makes the situation worse, because now the whole gang of guys is involved, getting in your friend's face about how she was flirting with him at the bar, and they've been talking all night, and she's going home with him. So you tell your friend, do not take your eyes off of her. I am going to run and get security. You run back into the club and you're looking around for a bouncer, and for some reason you cannot find anyone. You grab one of the bartenders and you're like, I need security outside right now. There's a very sketchy situation going on. I need help. You go to walk back towards them across the parking lot. And as you're walking up, you see your guy friend here, 3 guys in his face, the girl leaning up against the post here, and creepy guy sliding his hand up her shirt. And you do some very quick, very drunk math, which is that if your male friend tries to physically intervene in any way, these 3 dudes are going to kick his ass. But if you throw a punch as a woman, chances are he's not going to hit you back.
Are you sure?
If he does hit you back, he's probably only going to get 1 punch in before everybody around realizes a man just hit a woman. So with a confidence that you have never had before in your life, you walk right up to him, forgetting that you are wearing a stone-encrusted ring, and punch him in the face so hard, because you've never punched anyone, so you have no idea what amount of force to use, nor do you know your own strength. You break the bridge of his nose open right here.
Nobody knows why liars lie.
And his 3 friends just kind of stand there in shock for a second. He stands there in shock for a second, and then he whips out his phone to call the police on you for assault. And he's like, what's your full name? And you start to tell him your full name, and then you feel your friend's hand go, and you're like, please trust me. I was raised by attorneys. I actually know my rights. And you look at creepy dude number 1, who's on the phone with the police, who could probably hear you in the background. And you're like, I'll give you my full name. But fun little piece of California law that you should probably know first. In the great state of California, you can claim self-defense in the place of a third party if that third party is incapacitated and unable to defend themselves. And if you call the cops, the first thing I'm gonna do is ask for a blood test. How much you wanna bet there's no on her system right now, and you're the creepy guy trying to take her home. And he stood there for a second, and then he hung up his phone, and then he ran down the street. And then the owner of the bar came out, and I was like, I'm not gonna get banned from this club. Instead, she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. We need more women like you, standing up for women. Please stay on the property, so if cops come, I wanna make sure you're on private property. We can be witnesses. Because I guess she had come out for the tail end of this exchange. And she was like, and you never have to wait in line here again. And that's how you ended up on the VIP list at one of LA's most prestigious clubs, even though you don't go to clubs anymore.
It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
Look, I don't know what to believe. These women will just come up with anything on TikTok. But I do feel like if this was true, this story is a little too serious to trivialize by playing the put your finger down game. But whatever, I guess y'all can let me know what you think below.
This is why most guys will never get matches. And if they do get matches, they're built like Lizzo. I made a video breaking down how to get the perfect date night photo at a restaurant. And these were the comments. People try this hard. Imagine telling your boys to take a pic of you in public at a restaurant date with him. LOL. The problem with most guys when it comes to dating, they think effort is cringe. I don't approach girls, bro. They should just approach me. I don't know, man. Taking pics for dating apps sounds just cringe to me. I should be able to post a selfie. Understand, dating is a competition. The girl you're talking to right now is talking to another guy. And every day, he's trying to take her away from you. And since I know this information, I play to win.
Congratulations!
know most guys won't approach girls, so I do. I know most guys won't put any effort in their dating app profile, so I do. And what result did that get me? A dating life where I get to go out with the most attractive girls in my city on a consistent basis.
Right.
Yeah, it's a jungle out there on the dating apps, guys. If you don't look max, you're probably not going to get much attention from dating apps. So yeah, look the best you can, post the best pictures you can, etc., etc. But honestly, my advice would be stay off the dating apps. For most guys, it just damages their self-esteem when the whole ordeal is over with. If you don't believe me, look up that study that says that women only swipe on 5 to 10% of men on dating apps. Touch some grass and see if you can pull something in real life.
That sounds like a fun idea. No.